fishermen, and pretty much all the rest of us for centuries. But it is the elusive and mysterious nature of these animals that's also created some myths, legends, and misconceptions about them. Now sure, some of the stories we hear about dolphins and whales are true, but others are not. And our challenge for you folks today is, can you separate dolphin fact from fiction? Can you distinguish between the legends and the reality? Because today we're going to explore dolphin stories, reality or myth. My name is Brendan, and together we'll see how many of these stories we can uncover. Here are a couple of examples of the kinds of stories I mean. Now, you may have even heard somebody say something like, dolphins are psychic. Or an all-time favorite seems to be, dolphins are aliens from another planet. I think most of us probably recognize those two stories as much more along the line of myth. Fancy some people's imaginations. But what about others? Well, today, the dolphins themselves are going to help us separate the two. So we're going to get started with your first story. Now, it's a widely held belief that dolphins, and whales for that matter, have their own language. So what do you folks think? Dolphins have a language. Is that fact or fiction? Fact. Very interesting. Well, before I give you our answer, let's all listen to the song of the humpback whale. You have to listen a little carefully. But it's there, that kind of groaning sound. It's certainly weird. Maybe a little spooky. Or perhaps this is the reason some people think they're aliens. But it is sounds like these that first generated discussion about possible communication. Now, these specific white-sided dolphins also make a wide variety of interesting sounds. But remember, everybody, these sounds don't come out of the dolphins' mouths. They come out of the blowhole on the top of the animal's head, same place where the dolphins breathe out. So let's listen to a sampling of some of these sounds, starting over here on the island to the left. And over on the right-hand side. I mean my other left. Okay, over on the right-hand side. And now listen very carefully on the right. These animals pop and click, chirp, squeak, and whistle, and scientists believe when they do so, they're communicating. So does that make it a language, though? Well, not exactly in the way the dictionary would define the word, but if you said fact, there is a form of communication going on, so yeah, it's a type of a language. Good job, everybody. All right, here's your next one. People view dolphins as being very playful animals. So what do you think? Dolphins are playful. Fact or fiction? Our experience here at Shed would agree with those of you who say fact. Now, some scientists may have a little trouble using the word play to describe natural dolphin behavior. But for those of us who work with these animals, we think they're playful. And you don't just have to take our word for it. You will be the judge.
From our audience. Can you tell everyone your name?
Ayana.
Ayana and I are here to find out if dolphins are playful. What do you think, Ayana? Do dolphins like to play?
Yes.
And do you like to play?
Yes.
Would you like to play with a dolphin?
Sure.
Well, go ahead. Jump in. Just kidding. We're here to show you don't even have to get in the water to have fun with the dolphin.
Look at that.
to see that the dolphins do like to play, and I know that the trainers have just as much fun out there as the animals do, and that's great, because playing with the dolphins helps us to take better care of them. When we make simple medical procedures into games for the animals, a visit with the veterinarian is less stressful for them. So that's why we play medical games with them every single day. For example, you can see over on the island to the left, we have a dolphin whose tail is up and out of the water. We tickle our dolphins' tails 6 or 7 times a day, because once a month the vets come out to draw blood from the tail. Those things are the easiest to find. But obviously nobody likes to discover them either. It's important, however, that we take that monthly blood draw so we set the animals, the vets, and trainers up for success. More often than not, when in that position, the dolphins associate something very positive. And as a result, they're going to cooperate with the vets. You can see over on the island to the right, we might have, actually on the left-hand side, we have a dolphin who's been guided out onto the rockboard. Now, you know how satisfying it is to scratch an itch. Well, dolphins scratch itches out on the rocks, so we know they enjoy being out on the rockboard. But by guiding them out, we now have the opportunity to look into their eyes, making sure they're clear and bright. We're also examining the skin for good coloration and no abrasions. Back on the left-hand side, we've got a dolphin who's having a mini dental exam. Open your mouth and stick out your tongue. We use our fingers or fresh water in a spray bottle to facilitate looking at the back of the throat, the teeth, and the gums, making sure everything is healthy and strong. So playing with the animals keeps them both happy and healthy. But here is your next dolphin story. What do you guys think about this? In the wild, a dolphin was saving a drowning swimmer. Is that fact or fiction? Yeah, I'm hearing a little bit of both, and I'm not surprised by that. I think we all like to believe it to be the case, and there is some evidence that suggests it has happened once or twice maybe, but that is not good enough for me. I would put this one to a test. I wouldn't advise that any of you just jump into the ocean to find out whether it's true or not. As for our trainers, though, we get into the water all the time with these animals. We want to make sure we're nurturing a relationship with the dolphins, and this is a great way to do that. But the dolphins approach us and interact with us because they know us and they trust us.
¿Cuándo hablaste? ¿Quién me habló?